topic goes like this: enhancing Chinese to English translation, a comparative evaluation of ChatGPT-4o and Grok-beta. Anyway, because when we were launching the current project, Grok-beta is still called Grok-beta, but now we know it's called Grok 2, right? Okay, so thank you for sharing the platform to share our latest progress in evaluation and prompt engineering. So our topic goes like this. Okay, let's see. The context is rapid advancements in AI-driven translation technologies. We know that at the very beginning of ChatGPT, the launching of ChatGPT and other chatbots, lots of mistakes. Maybe 2 years ago, there was still lots of mistakes at that time. Sometimes you got the shrinkage and extension of the numbers. For example, sometimes ChatGPT will gigantically extend the numbers from Chinese into English. But right now, you can find that the accuracy of ChatGPT is quite really high. Okay. So, and another issue is that in the context is that OpenAI and Grok, right? They also offered us the free trials, the free access to the chatbots. Okay. So next is the persistent challenges in specialized domains like health sciences and other special text genres where precision is paramount. Okay. So our objective is that to evaluate ChatGPT-4o and Grok-beta, Grok 2, okay, in translating complex health-related Chinese to English texts. Okay, so we choose to use ChatGPT-4o and Grok 2 as our testing chatbots and assess the impact of contextual and revision prompting on translation quality. Let me re-emphasize the two. There are actually two prompt engineering strategies. The first one is the initial prompting. That is what we exaggerate the contextual prompting for each chatbots. That is ChatGPT-4o and Grok 2. And second time is the revision prompting. Okay, so we tested their performance and we used the methodology. We combined qualitative and quantitative evaluation methods. Okay, so the significance. So the enhancing translation quality can bridge language barriers on health communication, supporting global health literacy and equity, as well as we can promote our prompting engineering, the template, to other genres, maybe, okay, especially for technology and science genres. Okay. Now let's move on to literature review, the advancements in machine translation. So maybe you can still find that maybe 20 years ago, we have Barbell Fish, we have Yahoo Translate, we have Google Translate. But at that time, almost all the translation translation systems, there's actually rule-based systems, like Systran, rule-based systems. And then we move on to the neural network-based approaches like Google Translate. Okay. So the increasing reliance on metrics like BLEU, like Meteor, TER, other metrics, but they fail to capture nuanced quality aspects. So for the nuanced quality aspects, for example, in cultural translation, like, maybe the Chinese New Year will come in this week, and we will find that we have several terms, the English context, like Chinese New Year, like we say Happy Chinese New Year, like we say Happy Asian New Year, like Happy Lunar New Year. You can feel the nuanced differences between all the versions, okay? And next part is the emergence of prompt engineering as a transformative tool for AI outputs. So me and my colleagues, we focus on the prompt engineering for translation because we are from the School of Interpreting and Translation. Okay, So our focus is on prompt engineering. We tested almost every aspect from the very beginning, the few short prompting and zero short prompting to contextual prompting to COT prompting. Okay. So the major challenges goes like maintaining semantic precision and faithfulness, addressing idiomatic and genre-specific nuances in specialized texts like the literature, novels, as well as journalism. Okay. And for the recent trends, shifted toward hybrid evaluation frameworks. Just like I said, we adopted in the current research. We combined quantitative plus qualitative metrics. Okay. The importance of domain-specific fine-tuning in models. So the methodology goes like this. We selected the text from New York Times. The original text is actually English because we know that New York Times offered Spanish version, Chinese versions, but this is actually based on the English version. So the article's name is called "How Healthy Are Sweet Potatoes?" And it's professional Chinese translation. That's our source text, actually. We use the back with the Chinese translation as the source text to test its performance in back translation from Chinese back into English. Okay. So the models evaluated is ChatGPT-4o, sorry, this is 4o actually, not 4.0, versus Grok-2 actually. So the prompting strategies goes like, we selected contextual prompting, the tailored inputs to guide the model's focus on genre, tone, and accuracy. The fine-tuning is quite important. We try to seek a universal prompt engineering template for chatbots, especially for non-professional translators. Okay. Next one, revision prompting. Second prompting goes like revision prompting, iterative refinement to address residual errors and improve consistency. And the evaluation metrics, we selected two actually. Quantitative BLEU scores for surface level accuracy, as well as the qualitative expert evaluation of semantic precision, idiomatic fluency, genre fidelity, and terminology accuracy. Not by human beings, but by the chatbots. Okay. So our key findings goes like this. ChatGPT-4o demonstrated steady improvements with both prompting strategies. So it goes up, and Grok-2's BLEU scores stagnated or declined. Some kind of, you can find the revision prompting failed to improve the translation quality of especially in the BLEU score, with revision prompting suggesting inefficiencies. Next one, qualitative outcomes. The contextual prompting enhanced the translation quality significantly in both models, especially in specialized texts. The revision prompting added marginal gains, but had diminishing returns. As for the correlation analysis, weak alignment between BLEU scores and the qualitative measures, highlighting metric limitations. Okay, let's see. It directly comes to the BLEU scores versus the qualitative scores. Actually, the qualitative scores, that's the mean scores. We calculated 19 chatbots outcomes, and then we got the mean scores. Okay, so you can be pretty sure that for ChatGPT-4o, the BLEU scores goes up, right? Quite obvious marginal rising for the BLEU score, especially from 30.38% to 35.12%. Okay, but the qualitative scores quite marginal, right? Slightly goes up. As for Grok-2, the BLEU scores also, there's an exception right here. Okay, from 39.12% down to 33.28%, means that the revision prompting failed. Okay. As for the qualitative scores, right, it goes slightly up, but it's not, can be ignored. Okay. Okay, those are the models we adopted from LM chatbots. There is a quite a collection, detailed collection of all the models we now have, like GPT-4o, like GPT Preview, 4o, Grok-beta, Grok 2 Mini, and Gemini. Okay. From Claude, Fulson, Anonymous, okay, Jade, Secret. So we calculated the mean scores for the qualitative analysis. So this is the correlation chart between BLEU scores and the qualitative evaluations. As you can find that Grok-beta failed the test. Okay. Okay. Discussion. Several words for the implications of BLEU metrics. It is somewhat insufficient for evaluating translation quality in specialized contexts. Number two, advocates for combining qualitative expert insights with automated scoring. Next one is model-specific insights. ChatGPT-4o excels in iterative improvements and contextual understanding. It is good, pretty good. Okay. For Grok 2, struggles to capitalize or revision prompting for complex tasks, especially for the revision tasks. You can find that the BLEU scores goes down. Okay. The prompting strategies, contextual prompting proves crucial for domain-specific translations, but effectiveness plateaus with complexity. So the contributions highlighted performance differences in Chinese to English translations for ChatGPT-4o and Grok-beta, validated the importance of contextual prompting, improving AI translation for specialized genres, especially for science and technology, as well as for health texts. The future directions, we attempted to develop evaluation frameworks integrating BLEU scores as well as qualitative metrics. Okay. And number two, innovate prompt engineering techniques tailored for domain-specific applications. Okay. Expand research to low-resource languages and collaborative human-AI workflows. So another interesting topic is that we find some kind of quite an interesting relationship between the translation of high resource languages and low resource languages. Maybe in the generative chatbots age, high resource languages more important than low resource languages, especially for translation and interpreting. And recommendations. Okay, use contextual prompts for guiding translation outputs in specialized fields for specialized genres. Apply revision prompting selectively, targeting areas with evident deficiencies. Research directions. Create standardized protocols for qualitative evaluation in translation studies. We try to seek a standard, a universal protocols template for the evaluation and encourage large-scale benchmarking to standardize model comparisons across tasks and domains. Our references. And some reflections. How to define a BLEU score, a metric reference. So how to define? So sometimes you can find that let's come back to New York Times. Sometimes you can find the Chinese, some of the Chinese versions quite naive. This is quite obvious scars, traces of machine translation. They cannot be used as the baseline. This is a quite big question. The human collaboration is human evaluation is quite important in this field. Whether we adopt a formal correspondence or explicitation or adaptation. So the BLEU score argues what? Formal correspondence, right? So are the BLEU scores really reliable? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Okay. So the discussion also goes like, we have introduced a standardized template. I will introduce the standardized template. Okay, so the base template is composed like this. The prompt goes like, translate the following text type, text into accurate, faithful, fluent, natural, and comprehensible. The language, the target language, additional guidelines related to the text type. This is our quite simple baseline of the base template of the for the prompting, for the initial prompting. So based on your knowledge and data sets, please revise the fixed template to make it more effective and could be used as a benchmark prompting template for versatile translation tasks. Thank you. This is our prompt. We give it back to GPT and let us to revise our prompt. The outcome, the response from GPT goes like this. The prompt goes like, translate the following text type, text into target language with the following priorities: accuracy, faithfulness, naturalness. Ensure translation reads fluently and smoothly in the target language, avoiding unnatural or awkward phrasing. Number 4, idiomaticity. Use expressions and vocabulary that are natural to the target language and culturally appropriate. And additional guidelines for text type. The genre is quite important. Okay. GPT also give us the context, provide context about the source text. Okay. Those are the key features: clear priorities, customizable for text type, contextual flexibility. Number 4, universal use. So this is our what? Additional test. Okay, you can be pretty sure that the old template score and the new template score, it goes up. Okay. The average margin is about 13.68%. Okay. So this is the old and this is the new. From legal, medical, technical, casual dialogue to literary prose. So this is the efficiency margins by text type. You can find that medical and literary prose goes up, quite obvious. So the average efficiency uplift across all tasks is approximately 13.68%, demonstrating a significant advantage of the revised template for diverse translation tasks. It also reminds us that the traditional translation theory, especially promoted by Eugene A. Nida, is still valid in the generative AI age. Okay, because we know that his famous theory argumentations about dynamic equivalence and functional equivalence. Especially this part, context awareness. Okay. So for prompt engineering, human-centric centric prompts is quite important, balancing rules and flexibility and customizability for text types. Okay, that's all my presentation. Okay, thank you.